So what were we discussing? Can someone tell me? Any one of you can tell me what were we discussing?
Sir, the last topic was tank circuit.
Tank circuits. Okay. So we were discussing how the transfer of energy takes place between inductor and the capacitor. And I've told you how to draw the differential equations, how to write down the differential equations for the circuits involving L and C, and how to solve them by integrating them, by differentiating them, and further. Okay. Now I'll just further proceed in the same direction, and today we'll be covering some of the topics of the Laplace transform. Okay. So Laplace transform is basically a simple technique in which we are able to solve the questions of network analysis in a much simpler manner. So it's a kind of transform from where we transform the time domain signal into the frequency domain, into the S domain, you can say, and it will be easy for you to solve the questions in the network analysis using the Laplace transform. Okay, so you must have heard several transforms in your complete study period, such as Fourier transform, wavelet transform. Okay, similarly the Laplace transform is also there. Okay, so these are all the time to frequency domain responses. Okay, where you convert the time domain signal into the frequency domain, or the frequency domain signal into a time domain, to analyze the signal in a much better manner. Okay, but from your syllabus point of view, it is sufficient for you all to know that Laplace transform is basically used to solve the network analysis question in a much simpler manner. Okay, and that thing I will be discussing. So before going into the Laplace transform, I would just like to review some of the basic functions which I have told you already. So what is this function? My screen is visible to you? No. Yes. Wait, just a minute.
No, sir.
So can someone tell me what is this function? What is this function known as? Suppose this is 1. What is the equation for this function?
Y equal to 1.
U of n.
Come again.
Unit step function.
So this is xt is equals to 1 times ut. Okay. What about this function? What is this? Suppose this is 1 you have given. What is this function? And this is 0 here,
Delta t.
and this is 0 here. So this is delta t. It has a property that for t greater than 0, it is 0. For t less than 0, it is 0. And for t equals to 0, it is not defined. Okay, or you can say it's a very large value, but it is not defined. Okay, but it has one is very specific property that from if you integrate it from minus infinity to infinity, okay, something like this. So this you can write it as, I think, before 0 negative and 0 positive, this value is always equal to 0. So you can also write it as something like this, delta t, and its integration is 1. Okay, so this is basic delta t. It is known as the delta function or the impulse function. Okay, and the last function which I have told you is ramp function. Okay, so ramp function is uh, t times ut. Okay, it is given by rt, and for t greater than 0, it is equal to t. For t less than 0, it is 0. And this is there. I think these 3 functions I have covered with you all. Okay. And now I'll be starting the Laplace transform. Okay. So that is very interesting transform. Okay. So I will cover only that much which is there in your syllabus. I won't go into the much details of the Laplace transform, because that thing you will be learning in your signals and system classes. So it's better I will just give you a brief background only. So Laplace transform okay. Laplace transform, what it does, it transforms from the time domain to the frequency domain. frequency or S domain, you can say. Okay, where S is the complex number which is given by rho plus j omega. Okay, but for your syllabus, please assume that S is always equal to j omega. Why it is so? Because it is only the purely sinusoidal signals you will be studying in your syllabus. So always and always take S is equal to j omega. More details about it you will learn in your signals class. But I am just telling for your convenience that S is always equal to j omega. And even in your syllabus, you don't have to substitute S value as j omega, because this will transform from S domain to the frequency domain. Okay, this is a Fourier transform. So just for your knowledge, I am telling you that S is a complex function, complex number, which is having one real part and one imaginary part. Okay, and for most of the function, S is equals to j omega. Okay, if it is a sinusoidal function. Okay, but still this thing is not in your syllabus, but I have just told you. So for you, S is just a frequency domain, you can say a frequency dependent variable. Okay, and that determines the frequency of the system. That is enough for you all to know. So I'll just write the formula for the Laplace domain. So if you have to take the Laplace transform, which is given by L function, Laplace transform of any function xt, if you want to take, so it is minus infinity to infinity. You have to integrate that e to the power of minus st xt times dt. So you are transferring from time domain, t domain to the s domain. Okay. If it is a Fourier transform, you will transform the time domain signal into the omega. Okay. So there are various this thing. Okay. But for this one, for Laplace domain, you are transferring the signal from time domain to the frequency or s domain. So this is the general formula for finding the Laplace transform of any function. Okay. Now usually what happens is, usually the functions is, if it is a ut function, or if the function is multiplied by ut, okay, then the Laplace transform is represented by, or if the function is starting after the 0 point, then it will be 0 to infinity e to the power of minus st times xt dt. Most of the functions will be starting after 0 only. So if it is starting after 0, it should be something like this, the Laplace transform. Until this point, is it clear? Any doubt? No, then I'll proceed further. So let me calculate the Laplace transform of first very basic function ut. Laplace transform of unit step. See, unit step function is very, very important, because in your circuit, if you see, there is some R, some L, or some C will be there. And if they are connected across the battery, so batteries, and if this switch, I'm sorry, let me just draw one switch also here. And if there is some switch here, and if this switch S is closed at t equals to 0, so this is nothing but the unit step function only. This battery is 5 volts, so this is 5 times ut, you can say. So in that sense, it is very, very important. So this is 5 times ut signal when the switch S is closed at t equals to 0. Suppose the switch S is closed at t equals to 5, then this is nothing but 5 times ut minus 5. This is 5 times ut minus 5. Something like this. That is why the unit step function is nothing but a representation of a battery, and at what time it is being switched. Okay. So in that sense, the unit step function is very, very important, and you have to find out the Laplace transform of this unit step function. Let me just write down. So Laplace transform of ut. So can someone tell me the formula? It should start from infinity, minus infinity to infinity, or 0 to infinity?
0 to infinity.
0 to infinity. Xt is e to the power of minus st, and xt is ut dt. But ut is always equal to 1 for t greater than equal to 1. So it is 0 to infinity e to the power of minus st times dt. So if you just integrate it, e to the power of minus st by minus s from 0 to infinity. And this first term, if you put infinity here, it will become 0. And this will be minus of minus 1 by s. So Laplace transform of ut becomes 1 by s. Please note down this formula. Any doubt you can ask me. That Laplace transform, it is very, very important conclusion. This thing you will be using throughout your coursework. That the Laplace transform of a unit step function is always this thing 1 by s. Any doubt in this? No? Then I'll proceed further. Okay. Now, I'm just giving you one small task. Find the Laplace transform of ut minus a. Please find it out and let me know the answer. I'm just giving you 2-3 minutes time. Please find it. Laplace transform of ut minus a. Just giving you 2-3 minutes time. You can tell me.
e power minus as by s.
E to the power of minus as by s. Okay. So anyone else got this answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Laplace transform of yes. Where? हाँ, you have done the vacuum कर दिया उसमें तुमने. ठीक है. You please come at around 2:15. हाँ, 2:15. हाँ, ठीक है. We will pour this thing material. We will pour the material. Okay. Huh? I'll be here. I'll be here. So Laplace transform minus a times dt. Okay. Now, because it is ut minus a, so this function will be obviously 0 before t equals to a. Okay. So this quantity will be 0 before t equals to a. So this integration, outside integration will definitely start from a to infinity e to the power of minus st ut minus a times dt. Okay. And from a to infinity, this value will be completely 1. Okay. So you can write it down a to infinity e to the power of minus st times dt. And if you just integrate it, it will come out to be e to the power of minus as upon s. Any doubt in this, you can ask me. I think someone got this answer. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So from this, one general thing you can write, I'll just tell you that if function xt has a Laplace transform as xs, okay, then the function xt minus a will have a Laplace transform of how much? Tell me.
e power minus as into x
e
of
to the
s.
power of minus as into xs. Okay, this is one first general formula for Laplace transform, and it is valid for any kind of function. Okay, that the shifted part gets multiplied to the exponential, this thing, exponential of that part. Please learn this formula. This will be very much beneficial for you. See, again, in the exam, it won't be asked that write down the Laplace transform of sinusoidal function, big function. It is not there. That thing will come in signals and system. But you must know the Laplace transform of some basic signals which you will be using in your network analysis course, such as sinusoidal signal, sine wave, cosine wave. That must be learned by heart to you. Okay, so sine wave, cosine wave, and the unit step function. That is the only three which you should know. Okay. Okay. Then let's proceed further, and it is and okay. Now please let me know the Laplace transform of e to the power of 80 times ut. Please tell me this answer. Laplace transform of this function. I'm giving you 2 minutes time.
One by s minus a.
1 upon s minus a. Anyone else got this answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me just show a little bit of derivation of it, even though it is very easy. So again, if you just integrate, if you just find the Laplace transform of this one, e to the power of 80 times ut. So it will be 0 to infinity. Again, it will start from 0 itself, and e to the power of minus 80 times ut multiply by e to the power of minus st times dt. Okay. So this is 0 to infinity e to the power of you can say minus s minus a times t times dt. So how will you integrate this? Please tell me. So if you just integrate it, what is the answer coming? Please let me know. 1 upon s minus a or s plus a? That's what I want to know.
S minus a.
S minus a. Anyone else who got this answer correctly?
Yes, sir. Same answer.
Okay. Fine. I think it is fine. So let me just tell you one more general formula, that if xt has a formula of xs, so x e to the power of 80 times xt will have the formula of, tell me how much? X of
S of S minus a.
s minus a. Got it? I think this was very simple, and there was no problem in that. Okay. So let me just write down some of the properties of the Laplace transform that you will be getting to into use, and why you will be using that formulas also you should be known. Okay. So the thing is that if there's an inductor in the circuit, suppose inductor is there like this, so the voltage across it will be V times L di by dt. Okay, so you must be well aware of the Laplace transform of a differential function. Similarly, if the current is asked, so I is 1 by L integral v dt, suppose. Okay, so you must be well aware of the integral portion also. What is the integral Laplace transform? So please write down this formula, that if xt has a Laplace transform of capital Xs, okay, what is the Laplace transform of dxt by dt? Can someone derive it and let me know? Anyone? So please, you can solve it in your house. Okay. Even though this derivation won't come in your exams, but still, if it is possible for you, please derive this equation and you will get as formula as s times xs minus of x0. Please note it down. This is a capital X and this is a small x. So this is a value of the function, the actual function at time t equals to 0. Okay. I'm just deleting it once, just for your clarity purpose. This is x0. Capital, wherever I am writing, that is a Laplace. Small, where I am writing, that is a time domain function. So the differentiation of the function which will have a Laplace transform of s times xs minus of x0. So this x0 condition is coming because such kind of variables, if you see, such kind of differential variables will only come only if the energy storing element L and C are present. Okay, because in that only the current and voltage are having some differential relation. Okay, there is a direct relation in the resistor. There is no differential relation in the resistor. So d by dt will not be coming in the resistor. But if it is an inductor and a capacitor, then d by dt term will definitely be there. And if the inductor and capacitor are there, then definitely this initial value does always play a role, as we have seen in the initial classes when we were solving the circuits using the time domain analysis. I mean, using the time domain signals directly, the time domain functions directly. Okay. Similarly, if xt is having the Laplace transform of xs, okay, then integral of xt 0 to infinity will have a Laplace transform of xs upon s. Please write down this. Okay, please write down this. And one more formula I would just like to say, that if it is d square x by dt square, this function, double differentiation, because this may come in LC circuits, double differential form. So this is s square times xs minus of s times x 0, small x0. I'm sorry. I'll write in the next slide. Please note down these two things. That Laplace transform of dxt by dt is s times s minus of 0. Okay. Laplace transform of d square xt by dt square, it is s square times xs minus of s times x0 plus of x dot 0. Dot is nothing but x dot is dxt by dt. Please write down these two formulas. Basically, this is a nth order term actually. If you want to know that, but this is beyond your scope, so I'm not telling it further derivation. So this is Sn times xs minus Sn minus 1 times x, can say the same power will be coming here, xn minus 1 times 0 plus Sn n minus 2 times x n minus 2 times something like that, and this is dot actually. I'm sorry, this is there and this is xn. Like the power you have to just copy it. But don't remember this formula. This is of no use to you. But these two formula you must by heart it. This will directly be used when you are solving the questions. They are the Laplace transform of the first order differential equation and the second order differential function. Is this one. Okay. So I'm just giving one very small example. You have to apply the Laplace transform in that and you have to solve that question. Okay. And this question you have already solved in the time domain. You have to tell me the answers in both this thing. So this is suppose R, this is L, and this is connected to the battery source plus minus. Okay, and this is R, this is L, and you have to assume that there is no initial current in the inductor. Just assume that. Okay. So please solve this question and let me know what is the function of the solution for I for this particular RL circuit if it is subjected to unit step function. Please let me know the answer. I'm just giving you 5 minutes time. Can someone tell me the KVL equation here? I have told you that for solving any kind of circuit, AC circuit, in time domain, you must always write its KVL equation first. Okay. So what is the KVL equation for the circuits? Please tell me.
1 minus IR minus LDI by dt.
No,
Equal
okay,
to zero.
one is correct. One is correct. But tell me in terms of UT only, na? Let us generalize that thing. So UT minus IR minus of L di by dt equals to 0. Okay. So UT, as I have told you that it is equals to 1 minus IR equals to L di by dt. Okay. So let me just check the value of I and R, L and R. So you take anything. Okay. What next you have to do? What we have done in the last classes? Any guess? We have taken the dt here, right? And di it will be like that, and this then we something like this 1 minus IR times dt, right? And then we have integrated on both the sides and L times di. Is it fine? Same way we have done in the time domain. But I want to do this question in Laplace domain. Okay. So instead of doing all these things, I am just writing that ut minus of I into R minus of L times di by dt equals to 0. You just take the Laplace transform on both the sides. So what you have done, Laplace transform on both the sides you have done, which is ut minus of I times R minus of L times di by dt equals to 0. What is the Laplace transform of ut? 1 upon s, right? Then R we will take common and Laplace transform function I, let it be capital Is. Similarly, Laplace transform of di by dt is how much? Tell me. S times Is. Is it clear? Minus of I0. So, but I0 they have given as 0. So this term will get vanished. This is equals to 0. Okay. Now, if it is so, then some shifting issues. So please tell me the equation. What was that? I'll write it down here. 1 by s minus is 1 by s minus r times is
minus L into S into
Minus-
I of S
minus L
Equal
into s into I of s
equal to
equal to 0. So what is I of s? Please tell me. What is I of s? It is, I think, let me just do it. 1 by s is equals to I of s, and I am taking r minus sl. Is it correct? So I of s will be 1 by s multiplied by r minus sl. So can you tell
R
me
plus SL.
R plus SL, sir.
r plus sl? Okay, fine. So you can take it as 1 by r, 1 by l, s plus r by l divided by s. So can you just do it in the form of a by s plus b upon s plus r by l? Can you tell me this value? This you must have done in your class 12, I suppose. You have to just write this thing in this form. Please tell me this. I'm expecting the answer in this. Anyone with the answer?
R of
Come again?
1 by R of 1 by S minus 1 by S plus R by L.
Wait. So is will be
1
1
by
by
R of
r of
1 by S
1 by s
minus 1 by
s
S plus
plus
RL.
r by l. Anyone else got this answer?
Yes, sir. Same thing.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
if you just do the now this is in the s domain. Now, if xt has some Laplace transform as xs, so if you take x inverse, like inverse Laplace of xs will definitely be, it is a vice versa function. That is what I want to say. Okay, so you already have xs. Can you write down the value of it directly here? You don't have to integrate or anything you have to do. You just directly can write the function it. So can someone tell you the function it? It is equals to 1 by r. What is the Laplace inverse of 1 by s?
U of t.
It is u of t. Okay. What is the Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus r by l? I have told you.
E power minus RT by L into U of t.
E to the power of minus rt by l into u of t. This you see, you don't have to integrate anything. Only thing is that you have to know the formula for Laplace transform of ut function. And this function, you see how much easy does it become. So 1 minus e to the power of minus of rt by l times ut. Same conclusion we have reached while we have solved the differential equation in the time domain. But this process has made it very simple. Any doubt in this? No? Let me just give you one more example of the RC circuit also. Please solve this and let me know. It is subjected to, let me see, ut function only. RC, and assuming that initial condition for the capacitor is 0. Okay, and this is UT. You have to find out the current in the circuit. Okay, if this is subjected to this. So how to do it? You have to write down the KVL equation, which is UT minus of IR minus of what is the current to the capacitor? 1 by C integral IDT, is it? What is the voltage across the capacitor? Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is 0 to infinity. Now please tell the Laplace transform of this UT. If you take the Laplace transform on both the sides, so UT will be coming out to be 1 by S minus Laplace transform of R times I. R is a constant, so it will be I times IS. Okay, plus IC. What is the Laplace transform of integral of xt dt, it dt? Fs upon S. Xs upon X, so it will be Is upon S. Okay, and this will come out to be 0, assuming that initial condition is 0. Okay, now please tell me the function for Is. What is Is coming? So it will be 1 by S multiply by 1 by, I think, R plus 1 upon SC. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for giving you a glimpse, I am just telling you that S is equals to j omega. So if you put S equals to j omega here, this is nothing but the impedance. If you see R plus 1 upon j omega C, this is nothing but the series impedance, net series impedance. Just for your glimpse purpose, I am just telling you, but there is no use here right now. So please tell me the reverse function of this one, and we'll finish off this question. What is the value of IT coming? You have to tell me the value of IT here. Any answers?
One by R into e power minus t by RC into U of t.
1 by R into
E power minus t by RC
minus T by RC.
into U of t.
Is it correct? So at time t equals to 0, okay, I think it is fine. It is fine. Anyone else also got this answer? Okay, so I think this is correct only. Because if you put t equals to 0, then the capacitor initially it is always acting as a short circuit, so it will be V by R. So answer is V by R. It is fine, I think so. Okay. So this is how you have to apply the Laplace transform in the DC networks. Okay. Let me just give you an idea of the impedances in the Laplace domain. Okay. Suppose this is a function and it is connected to some function Vt times Ut, and it is supplying the current in this resistance R. Okay. So current IT in this circuit, you can write it as Vt times Ut by R. Okay. Now, if you take the Laplace transform on both the sides, so it will be Is into 1 by R times, which is a constant, Laplace transform of Vt times Ut. Okay. Is it fine? So you can write it down as 1 by R times Vs. Okay. So if you see in the time domain also that the resistance, the impedance offered by the resistance R is R, and in the S domain also the resistance offered by the impedance R or the resistance R is still R. So the thing is that when you transform from time domain to the S domain, your value of resistive impedance is always R and R in both the sides. It is not changing. You will get the comparison when I am discussing about L and C. But for now, you just assume that, not assume, you can see that if you're transforming from time domain to the S domain, the value of this resistance R is not changing. Now let me just for the comparison purpose, let me just draw the inductance L. Then you will get more clarity. Suppose this is an inductance L, which is connected to the voltage Vt again. Okay. So what is the current through the inductor? Or you can write it as Vt times Ut is equals to L di by dt. Is it correct or not?
Yes, sir. Correct.
And you take the Laplace transform on both the sides. Okay. It will be Vs equals to L times Laplace transform of di by dt, which is S times Is. Okay. Assuming that initial condition is 0. Assuming that. Let us assume the initial condition is 0. So if you see Vs by Is equals to S into L. So V by I is what? This is basically the impedance function. So the impedance in the Z domain, in the S domain has become to be Sn. So instead you can just write the equivalent circuit here. Suppose this is a time domain circuit. You can write the equivalent circuit in the S domain also, indicating that this supply voltage is now Vs. This inductance is now SL, and this current that is flowing here, it is Is. Here it was L, here it was Vt, and it was It. Now, when you transform this into Laplace domain, you can directly write Vs, Sl, and Is. This is just I am telling that when you have to solve the questions in the time domain, okay, and if it is being asked you to solve by Laplace transform, directly you can write by closing your eyes that R value will be R only, inductance L value will be replaced by S into L. Okay. Similarly, in the capacitance, you will get 1 upon SC. It is nothing but if you replace by S by j omega, you will get it as j omega n in the time domain, as we have read. Okay. So whenever you just get confused, you just remember that S equals to j omega. So it should be j omega n, something like this. Okay. So let me just draw the capacitor now. It is supplied by some voltage Vt. And this is C. Okay. So the current in the capacitor is given by IT equals to C times dVt by dt. Okay. And if you take the Laplace transform on both the sides, so it will be Is is equals to C times Laplace transform of dVt by dt will be S times Vs, assuming that the initial conditions are 0. So Vs by Is is now 1 upon S into C. So you can see the impedance of the capacitor in the S domain is 1 upon SC. So this equivalent you can write in the S domain as 1 upon SC times Vs, and here current Is is flowing. You got my point? Is it okay or not?
Yes, sir.
So let me just write it down in the few Laplace transform of few common functions which will be useful for you. Okay. So one last thing, Laplace transform of delta t function. Can someone tell me? It will be very nice. Please tell me. Laplace transform of the delta function, the impulse function.
One, sir.
One. So the formula will be minus infinity to infinity e to the power of minus st times delta t. Okay. Now this delta t is defined only at t equals to 0 and nowhere else. Okay. I mean, defined in the sense its value is 0 apart from t equals to 0. Okay. So this will be a single value. There is no integration term in this, and it will be e to the power of s times 0, which will be equal to 1 only. Got my point? I mean, you can just integrate it from 0 negative to 0 positive, and this delta t terms will be existing there itself. Okay. And this value is 1, and integral of delta t from 0 negative to 0 positive is always 1. This value, Laplace transform of the delta t function, is always 1. I'm just writing the formulas. Laplace transform of ut is 1 by s. Similarly, Laplace transform of, tell me which function should we write? Sine omega t times ut is omega upon s square plus omega square. Please write down this formula. Similarly, the Laplace transform for the cosine function, it will be cos omega t ut is s upon s square plus omega square. These three functions you will be getting very frequently in your network analysis, and you can use it then. Okay. I'll just give you a very small question. Please solve it using the time domain as well as using the Laplace domain. So this is R, L, and this one. And this is 2 ohms, this is 2 Henry, and it is supplied using the battery of 5 volts. Okay. And assuming that the inductor current I0 negative is 2 amperes. Okay. You have to find out the current in the circuit I. Okay. Using the Laplace domain as well as the time domain. I'm giving you 10 minutes time, not 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Just tell me the equations and the final answer for I in terms of t. So here you have to solve Laplace. Here you have to find the time domain. Please solve this question and tell me the expression for I. And for your mid exams, this thing minor 2, I think complete until Laplace transform will be coming. And you can expect your minor exam in the first week of November. Any answers? Okay, tell me actually the expression. So it will be 5 minus 2 times I minus of L di by dt. So it is 2 times di by dt equals to 0. So this will come out to be 5 minus 2I equals to 2 times di by. So how to solve it? Please tell me. In time domain. I'm leaving this thing up to you. How to solve it? I have told you in the previous class. Natural response, forced response. Are you remembering it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Then
sir.
how to do it? Please tell me.
di by dt plus I equal to 5 by 2.
So di by dt plus I equals to 5 by 2. Okay. So what is the natural response of it? What is the natural response?
A e power minus t.
So the characteristic equation is e plus 1 equals to 0, I think so. Right? So the root is minus 1. So what's the natural response? Please tell me. A times e to the power of minus
T.
t. Am I correct? And what about the forced response? How to find it? Forced response?
K1 into 5 by 2.
K1 into 5 by 2. This is the forced response, huh? Is it correct? So after finding the forced and natural response, please tell me the final expression for IT. I'm expecting this. I'm not going to solve now in the middle. I just want the answer. The expression for IT, I just want, nothing else. And you can see now how much complexity is involved if you're solving the question in time domain. See, you have to find out the roots, then you have to find out the natural response, then you have to find out this constants A and K. So there's a lot of input involved in finding or solving the question in the time domain. Whereas if you solve the question in Laplace domain, it gets solved at once. Okay. So I'm just solving it in Laplace domain. Time domain, I'm leaving it up to you to solve it. So please tell me the Laplace transform if you take on both the sides. Okay. So Laplace transform of 5 is what? Tell me 5 by s, right? You can write it as 5 times ut. You're getting the point? Assume that it is not 0, it is something like this. So before 0, it is 0 only. So Laplace transform of 5 is what? Tell me.
5 by s.
5 by s minus 2 times is minus of 2 times di by ds is like s times is minus of I0, right? So I0 they have given as 2 ampere. Is everyone comfortable with this solution? Yes, sir. Right? So you just have to put is term on one side. So it will be 5 by s minus 2 times is minus of 2s times is plus 4 equals to 0. So 5 by s plus 4 equals to is times 2 minus 2s, 2 plus 2s. Okay. Now then finally you have to bring is alone. So this will be 5 by s plus 4 by something like 2 plus 2s times is. Now you can write this thing as something like a by s upon b by some s plus something, and then you can definitely take the Laplace inverse and find out the value of I. So which is easy? This one is easy or this one is easy? Or both are equal? It depends upon how much you are easy with the Laplace transform. But I can guarantee that if you are knowing the formula for Laplace transform, it is very easy for you to solve the questions as compared to the this thing time domain. Is it clear to you? Yes, sir. Okay. So I think this much introduction is fine for you all. In the next class, see, hopefully I'll be telling you that if some initial conditions are there, how to replace this inductor impedance on both the sides. That is what the next class we will be dealing with. Okay. So please revise this thing again. I'm telling you. Today I'll share all the lectures until I think I have not shared till now some lectures. So I'll share the lectures. Please read it, and tomorrow we'll continue our class. Then further for finding the initial values or solving the questions of initial values using the Laplace transform. Okay, that thing we will do. Okay, fine. You all may leave the meeting and we'll meet tomorrow again for the next class.